Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. You are tuned into the Real Psychic Investigators, and my name is NEHRU. We'll get started here in just a moment. Hope you're doing well this evening, this morning, wherever you're tuning in from, whatever time of day and season it is for you. Hello, Heaven 1111. Hello, Heaven 1111. Thank you so much for tuning in. Doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. Hope you are. Okay. How are you? Excellent, excellent. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. Onward and upward. Heaven 11. Onward and upward, I like to say. Onward and upward. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll get into the energy here in a moment. I do have some preliminary things to share with you, downloads, as well as some things in regards to America and what America's future looks like. Okay, what America future looks like. Okay, or what the American future looks like. Okay, what will be read in history books in the future. Okay, in regards to America, what will be read in history books regarding America in the future. All right. So, again, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is NEHRU. I am an extraterrestrial, an earth angel, a light worker, and Gaia beacon, here for the 10th and final time in the physical on this planet, in any form on this planet. Born on the 333rd day of the year. I am a Master Builder 33 and an Ascended Master today. I am been sent here. I've signed a contract in the ethers just like you did. Okay? Just like you did. I signed a contract before being birthed here to fulfill certain missions, certain requirements. Okay? I too, like you, I have made karmic choices. Okay? And I've gone through certain spiritual processes in order to be where I am, spiritually and physically. I've gone through certain processes. Okay? I share the darkness and dark choices of me so that you know that my life is a demonstration. Okay? And I am not someone sitting on the throne somewhere looking down my nose at you. Okay? But I am right here with you, having gone through much of what you've gone through. Some of what you've gone through is more extensive than me. Some of what I've gone through is more extensive than you. Some of you have not had a spouse taken by someone who raised you, who you believed was your father or mother. I've had someone take my spouse, who I believe was my father. He took my first wife while I was serving our country in Germany. Okay? I was on dialysis for 4.5 years and a kidney transplant on 7/7/17. Healed myself of seizures at the age of 8. Born on the 333rd day with the umbilical cord wrapped around the neck and the left arm. And if you look closely, okay, on my arm, you can see birthmarks. You can see discoloration there, okay? And that is from the umbilical cord, okay? So from the beginning, my 10th time around, man did not want me to speak. The enemy, Apophis, Apep, did not want me to speak, and they did not want me to work. They wanted me to be handicapped. They did not want me to earn money, okay? So much for tuning in. Williams, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome in. All right. What's going on, guy? What's going on? All right. So, as you can see, I'm representing Mamba Energy today. Okay. Representing Mamba Energy. It is already 1:26, okay, where I am in Ho Chi Minh City. Okay. So I would like to pay honor to the 9 spirits that were that left, okay, the 3D planet on 126 in that helicopter crash in the Calabasas Mountains of California, okay? So I would like to pay honor to John Altabelli, Carrie Altabelli, Alyssa Altabelli, Christina Mauser, Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, and Era Zabayan, in addition to Kobe Bryant and Gianna Bryant. I honor you today, and I honor you always. Thank you so much for all that you do. I have a unique connection specifically with the spirit being that we knew as Kobe Bryant, the Mamba. I have a unique spirit connection to that being through dreams and esoteric travels, okay? And I don't say that just to say it. So, like 9/11, I remember exactly where I was on the day that I heard that news. Confirmation burp. On the day that I heard that news, it was the same day that the karmic Scorpio that I was engaged to was introduced to Judy, the woman who I thought raised me, okay, who I actually called my ace before I went through my dark night of the soul and realized what a demonic spirit and Lilith she was, okay? And so on that day, we were sitting in a restaurant, okay? And again, this is the same day the Scorpio met the Capricorn. Listen to what I'm saying. This is the same day that the Scorpio met the Capricorn, okay? So I made a journal entry into my journal, and when we were sitting in this restaurant, a waiter came over to us. We had ordered our food, but it had not yet come out yet, okay? And they were just talking, the Scorpio and the Capricorn, they were just sitting there talking. We were also there with the Scorpio's daughter, who at the time I think was 11. No, not yet 11. She was 10, okay? We are in the 10th year, 2026, okay? So we were sitting at this restaurant after service, church service, when I was a part of the religious organization, the Rock of Central Florida. And the waiter came over to me and he said, do you know Kobe Bryant, the basketball player? And I was like, oh, yeah. He was like, he just died in a helicopter crash. And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, he just died in a helicopter crash. And I'm like, and I checked out for the rest of the lunch. I don't know what they were talking about. I don't know what they were saying. I don't know what I don't know what the conversation was. I mentally and emotionally, I checked out, okay, from that lunch. And I couldn't. I was just like, wow, okay. So I went home, okay, and this is one of my journals, okay. This one has already been completed, okay. So I went home and I made a journal entry. What's going on, Candy, honey? What's going on, Candy? Okay. So I put 12620 Mamba out, shocked and stunned. Okay? 12620 Mamba out, shocked and stunned. Okay. He said Mamba out after his 60-point last game with the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay. When he was speaking in the microphone, the last thing he said was Mamba out. Here is my journal entry. Okay. So shout out 126. Shout out 126. Okay. Spiritual downloads. As I get the cards ready, I'm going to start shuffling here. Okay. Again, I hope you're doing well wherever you are, wherever you're tuning in from. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are protected. I hope you're doing your protective work. Before coming on and spending time with Most High, my ancestors, I got habeas corpus, okay, and I wrote it down. So what is habeas corpus? Okay, habeas corpus is a process by which someone who is imprisoned, okay, can protest their imprisonment. Habeas corpus. So there is someone who is currently incarcerated, okay, and they are trying to fight this, or they are trying to get their sentence changed. Habeas corpus. Confirmation ding dong, ding dong. Habeas corpus. Okay. So the most recent U.S. citizen to be murdered by ICE, okay, the most recent U.S. citizen to be murdered by ICE, their name is Alex Predit. Alex Predit, okay? I am doing well, Angelique. Shout out to you, okay? Shout out to you, okay? Yeah, it is a sad situation. So I was listening to a conference, okay, a news conference. And one of the gentlemen who is a part of ICE, okay, he's one of the, I don't know, directors, whatever, okay, he was speaking, okay, and he was talking about choices. Now, the reporters were asking very pertinent questions about choices, okay. One of the reporters asked, in the videos, all of the videos that we have seen, we see that Alex did not have a weapon, but just a cell phone in his hand. Why was he murdered? Why was he shot? Okay? Why was he killed? Thou shalt not kill. Why was he killed? Why was he taken out? And this ICE agent said, doing great, Estella, doing great. I like that name, Estella, doing great, Estella. And he danced around the questions that the reporters were asking. He never answered the question. He kept talking about choices, not choices that the ICE agent makes to murder U.S. citizens, okay, when they're supposed to be focused on immigrants, okay, and the immigrants' illegal activities, okay, not the upright immigrants, okay, and not the upright U.S. citizens, okay. ICE's job, supposedly, is to focus on immigrants who are here illegally in criminal activity that they are involved in, but they continue to kill U.S. citizens. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So after listening to this news conference, I was awakened at 3:48. Okay, 3:48 this morning. I was awakened when I was listening to this news conference, okay? So after I got done listening to it, and I didn't listen to all of it, I heard enough, okay? And him jumping around the questions and avoiding the questions and true answers to what these reporters were asking. And shout out to the high vibrational reporters. There could be reporters that watch this channel. There are judges that watch this channel. There are attorneys. There are law officials. There are FBI agents, CIA agents, DEA agents, okay, that watch this channel in addition to you, General Collective. And so I laid down, okay, and I was holding this bracelet and I was just meditating on that energy, okay? And I was just meditating, laying down, holding this tiger's eye bracelet, okay? And I was just laying down meditating. And in my meditations, I called out judgment on the United States of America, that country today that we know as the United States of America. They are not united. It is a country very much divided, and the division is getting worse. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in, Andromeda Star. Shout out to you, Andromeda Star. Okay. So, I called judgment on the United States of America. Okay. And how did I do this? And again, bear with me as I share what I'm sharing. We will get into the energy. Okay. But this is significant and important in history. So why did I call judgment on America? Because America is being divided at this time. Okay. Not left wing, right wing. America is being divided between what is right and what is just and what is fair and what is not. Okay? And both, it doesn't matter what political party you are. I am not a part of any political party. Okay? No matter what political party you are, both sides, as far as the civilians are concerned, both sides are now seeing clearer the destruction, degradation, and the downfall of politics and the individuals who are in these powerful seats. Okay? So, in my calling out judgment on the United States of America, okay, I called out to the Sanhedrin Council, the 70 spiritual judges, okay, the Sanhedrin Council, okay? So I started calling out to Halil. I started calling out to Yohanan. I started calling out to the spirit of Shaman, to the spirit of Shimon, to the spirit of Yosha, to the spirit of Gamaliel, okay? I started calling out to these spirits, to the spirit of Caiaphas, to the spirit of Saul of Tarsus. We know them as Paul, okay? I started calling out to these spirit beings, the spirit of Annas, okay? The spirit of Annas and the spirit of Nicodemus, the spirit of Eleazar, okay? And I started calling out to the spirit of Polion. And these Sanhedrin Council judges, spiritual judges that sit in the ethers, okay, judging what you and I do in our actions, I called out to them to judge the United States of America, both the current presidential administration and all past administrations from George Washington forward, to judge them, judge their choices, judge their secret societies, judge the karmic agencies and things that they have created, the monitoring systems, okay, the secret monitoring systems from Google to AI to wherever, MK Ultra, okay, Operation Lack, okay. I called out that they judge every last administration that has ever held a seat since 1776. So, in my calling out judgment upon these individuals, okay, Divine showed me something once I got done speaking with and connecting with these Sanhedrin Council members. And at some point in the future, as I alluded to at the beginning of this live, at some point in the future, America will be pretty much a desolate land. And what do I mean? There will be books that will talk about a great nation that once rose up, just like they did about Rome. Okay? That there will be books that speak about a great nation that rose up where innovation, okay, and prosperity was abundant. And then at some point, that nation fell, and that nation fell apart. The buildings that you now see that are political buildings, the White House, the Capitol building, local state buildings, these buildings will one day have holes in them, the windows will be broken out, and these places will now look like some type of small town, okay? Some type of ghost town, okay? And this land will be returned back to the indigenous people of that land. You, in another reincarnation, may come back, and you may read about this in your history books. This will be in history. This will happen. Just like Nostradamus predicted events about the coming of an extraterrestrial tribe and being group in 2026, Nostradamus predicted us. Just like that, you will witness, again, if you happen to come back here in another reincarnation because you need to do something over again, okay, or you were murdered or taken out like Kobe and Gianna and the others, they will be back, okay, because they weren't done. So, you will read about this in your history books at some point. You will read about this in your history books at some point, about a great nation that once again fell because of the degradation. I'm getting degradation, deception, manipulation, okay, witchcraft, and all sorts of other shit that they've been doing to you, to me, to those who come before us, to those of you who are reincarnations from previous lives and you were born in America in that previous life, whatever it happens to be. You will read about it in a history book if you happen to come back here. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. Okay. Thank you so much, Most High. Erevat, I honor you as always. I honor the ancestors of those represented here. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in, collective, investigators, judges, attorneys, PIs. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get into the reading. You only say I look like Denzel because Denzel today is bald and has no mustache. If I show you a picture of Denzel in 1985, I don't look like Denzel, okay? You only say that because of the way that we look today, okay? I don't look like Denzel. I appreciate you. Thank you, okay? Divine Source, we are calling out, okay, again, to the ancestors of those who are represented here, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. If you say so, TCB, if you say so. The only way in which I resonate with Denzel, okay, is having balanced masculine and feminine energy. Okay? Yeah, that's okay. I don't worry about that, okay? And I'm about to kick your stupid ass out of my fucking live, okay? Keep talking, okay? I'm about to kick your ass out of my live. Nobody's asking you to judge me, motherfucker, okay? When I call on my ancestors to judge your dumb ass, okay, you'll find out who the fuck I am, okay? Nobody's asking you to judge me. Click off the fucking channel, okay? I'm giving you 60 seconds, okay? 60 seconds, TCB, 60 seconds. Of Denzel in 1985 and prove to you that I don't look like him. You just say that because I'm brown, I'm bald, and have no facial hair like him today. That's the only reason why you say that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be saying that. "30 seconds, TCB. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Hello, thank you for tuning in, 4106. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't tell him nothing. Don't tell him nothing. Don't tell him nothing. When his ass go to sleep tonight and they don't wake up, his children, his spouse, his dog, when they go to sleep and they don't wake up tonight, he'll know. He'll know. Don't say nothing to the dumbass, okay? Don't say nothing to them. All right? So, on top of the stacks, we have hiding evidence and Seattle, Washington, okay? hiding evidence, and Seattle, Washington. Just kick TC's dumbass out of the room. Shall we continue? Shall we continue? Okay. Anybody else who decides to be karmic and show your stupid ass in the chat, show your true colors. Show your true colors. Okay? Show your true colors. Divine source, I send my ancestors, okay? I send my ancestors to wherever the location of TCB Daily is, the individual who I just blocked in this live. Wherever they are physically on this planet, I charge you. Ancestors, I charge you. Archangel Metatron, Archangel Michael, Archangel Samuel, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Azrael, I charge you to go wherever they are right now and esoterically, energetically whoop they ass. Whoop they ass right now. Thank you so much. Whoop they ass. Okay? Let's go ahead and pull some angel numbers. Shout out to our most recent live public subscribers. Okay? Shout out to our most recent public subscribers. Shout out to Fran. Some of you I've already interacted with in the chat. Okay? All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Shout out to Zilla. Shout out to Zilla. Shout out to Richie's. Shout out to Richie's. Shout out to Sandra. Okay. Shout out to Heavenly Sunset. Shout out to Heavenly Sunset. Shout out to One Liberated. Thank you so much for tuning in, One Liberated. Shout out to Queen Imani. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Also, Queen Imani did tune in. She's the one that I know who did tune in on Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. That is the Shadow Band channel here on YouTube. Okay. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. And shout out to Olga. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much, Queen. Okay. For your energy. Thank you so much. We have angel number 2222. We have angel number 0808. Okay. Angel number 0808 is swift action. Angel number 2222 is for feminine forces. Feminine forces. Okay. Divine source gave me a download. I get downloads every day. Divine source gave me a download the other day about the spirit mother of three. The spirit mother of three. And in that live video, that isn't part of the title of the video, so you can easily find that. Okay. And I explain what the spirit mother of three is in that video. Okay. So 808 investigators, 1414 and 2222. Okay. So on the Gregorian calendar, investigators, to help you with your investigations. That's why this channel was created. Okay. What is the 88th day of the year? What is the 22nd day of the year? What is the 141st day of the year? Okay. What is that? What is the 14th day of the year? That's January 14th. That's easy, right? Okay. So we will place those in the stack. We're going to go ahead and pull on the tarot energy. Okay. Tarot messages, divine source. What is it that you and the ancestors would like to confirm for the collective and for the investigators at this time? Thank you so much for tuning in. I see we have 18 in the room and 15 likes. We have the World card out here. The World card. Okay. Closing out a chapter. That is what the year of 10 is all about. 1910, that's what 1910 was all about in the year of 1910. That's what the year of 2010 was all about, okay? That's what the year of 2020 was all about. The double portion of 10, okay? And COVID-19, okay? And again, government conspiracies. You might want to check, if you do not know the day of the year for your of your birthday on the Gregorian calendar, you want to check that. If you was born on July 1st of this year, you need to find out what Gregorian number is that on the calendar. You need to find that out, okay? That's going to help you with the synchronicities and things that you see, okay? What is the number of the day, Gregorian calendar-wise, that you were born? If you were born on August 13th, I'm calling out numbers. If you were born on August 13th, you need to find out what day of the year is August 13th. Before I even pick it up, I have sage incense burning right here, okay? And inside the bag that is catching the ashes, the 7 of Swords landed in the basket. The 7 of Swords landed in the basket of ashes. The 7 of Swords landed in the basket of ashes. So there's definitely something about a closing out of a chapter, okay, and the ending. And I just got the ending of a deficit, okay? Spiritual deficit, financial deficit, the ending of a deficit. The ending of a deficit. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Okay. There you go. Someone's initials could be KP, okay? PK, KP, okay? So we got a lot out here, okay? Typically, these readings are running longer and longer, all right? So again, we're looking at somewhere between an hour and a half or 2 hours, all right? That's just the way that it goes, okay? Did I pull energy from all 3 decks? I think so. If not, Divine, let me know, okay? Looking at the zombie, okay? So we have, again, we have the World card. We have the 7 of Swords. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse. It's all making spiritual sense. It's all making spiritual sense. What's up, Rose? What's up, Rose? Grand Rising. Grand Rising. Current time in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, formerly Saigon, where I am. It is 10:37. I have been traveling in Southeast Asia since May 5th of last year. Page of Pentacles. Okay, so again, something about some type of financial breakthrough, out of debt with this new chapter beginning, out of debt with this new chapter beginning. Okay. Say your affirmations, Rose. Say your affirmations. Yep, say them. Say them. Okay. We have the Knight of Swords out here. Okay. So again, someone trying to take your life, someone trying to end you, someone doing witchcraft, someone doing moon magic, someone doing something. Okay. That's what this energy is right here. You see the red on there? That's blood on their hands, United States government. That's blood on their hands. Okay. The Donald Trump administration now has Nicole Good's blood on their hands. They now have Alex Predit's blood on their hands. At least those two, the United States government and Donald Trump. On their bloodline, spiritual bloodline, they now have the blood of those two beings on their hands. We have the 5 of Pentacles out here, okay? Poverty, poorhouse, homelessness, okay? You could be homeless. I've been homeless 3 times. 2 of those times I was homeless sleeping in my car while I was on dialysis. Okay. One of the things that helps with being adaptable, okay, one of the things that helps with being adaptable, okay, is not requiring much in the 3D. Okay. One of the things that helps with being adaptable and easy to change is not being attached to so many things in the 3D. So if all you can afford is water and eggs, you being content and thankful for the water and eggs that you can get, okay, there's nourishment to your body, that's good. Okay. So the less attachments you have to the 3D things, okay, the better you're going to be. Especially if you are called to go through a Job experience. Especially if you are called to go through a Job experience. Okay? We have the Hanged Man. Okay? So waiting, patience, Sagittarian temperance energy, waiting, patience. Okay? We're all on different timelines. I must remind us, we're all on different timelines. Okay? But we walk together. All right? High vibrational beings. Okay? There are karmics that watch this channel, just like TCB Daily, who's getting hit in the ass by demonic forces right now, and my ancestors are now whooping their ass. Okay? Because they chose to come into this live, okay, and be an irritant. Okay? King of Wands, okay? King of Wands, okay? So some type of authoritative figure. Again, this could be a judge, okay? This could be an investigator, private investigator that owns their own firm, okay? One of the things that I saw through my third eye, Ashe, okay? One of the things, what's up, JP? What's up, baby? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, baby. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're continuing to ascend. Hope you're continuing on your high vibrational journey. Thank you so much for tuning in always. All right. Not all divine masculines are men and not all divine feminines are women. Okay. There are unicorns out here. Listen to me. There are unicorns out here. The unicorn is the divine feminine that's a man, okay? Like myself, that's a male. I should say man, that's a male, okay? Whose focus is the spiritual. There are divine masculines out here that are females. Their focus, not because of greed, their focus is earthly inheritance, okay? I hear you, J. Rose. I hear you. Okay, I hear you. Okay. Yeah, JP. Okay. So we have this eight of cups energy in reverse. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. I don't remember what it was. It was something about, yeah. Okay. We have the high priestess out here. All the high priestess, shout out. All the high priests, shout out. Okay? On esoteric guidance, extraterrestrial earth angel, okay? We, Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, I was live over there. That is the Shadow Band channel here on YouTube. Again, esoteric guidance, extraterrestrial earth angel. And we have concluded the first 20... We are through chapters 27 of the Aquarian Gospel of Issa the Christ. Okay. And it shows us what they were doing between the ages of 12 and 30. That's not in your Bible. They were traveling through all these ancient lands. I don't know if Queen is in the room, but she can confirm this because she was listening in. Okay. They were traveling and learning spiritual things. They were learning what crystals, how significant crystals are. They were learning from spiritual gurus, Brahmic priests. Okay, they traveled to Katak. Okay, Katak. Okay, They traveled to these lands to learn of these things. Mary and Joseph released him to a prince to go on this spiritual journey and to learn of these spiritual practices. This is not in your Bible, and the Aquarian Gospel is probably one of the least shared and known texts. This text was translated in 1908 and released in 1908. Well, it was released in 1908, okay? Released in 1908, okay? So again, religion is bullshit and religion is death, because that Bible is a fucking lie. You're trying to tell me that the divine being, all-knowing one, only gave you 66 books to read in all of history since the beginning, since they were and are and forever will be. The only thing they have to say to you is contained within 66 books? Really? Really? Man chose 66 for a reason. Man chose 66 for a reason. My job is to be a Master Builder 33, a Master Teacher. Four of Swords in reverse. Two of Wands, okay? So with this Two of Wands collective, at one point you were looking that way. You see how she's looking this way? At one point you were looking that way. At one point I was looking that way, okay? But now we are looking this way, face forward, face forward, face forward. Okay. I am going through crown ascensions, okay, at this time. I am going through crown ascensions at this time. We have the 10 of Pentacles. Excellent, Rose. Excellent. Excellent. You a cutie. Excellent, Rose. All right. Someone's out here playing childhood games, okay? Someone's out here playing childhood games, okay? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Let's go ahead and place the cards within the stack. Okay, again, hiding evidence and Seattle, Washington. On the bottom of the stack, we have Tisha and fled overseas. Take a look. So investigators, there could be a Tisha that's hiding evidence, someone in Seattle, Washington that's hiding evidence, okay? Someone who fled overseas that took the evidence with them. Confirmation bird. Woo! Okay, investigators. So someone fled overseas and they took the evidence with them. Again, this doesn't have to be from the U.S. This could be from Canada. This could be from Japan. This could be from the Bahamas. This could be from Haiti. This could be from Brazil. This could be from Argentina. This could be from Panama. This could be from Bogota, Colombia. This could be from Vietnam, where I am. Someone took some information and evidence and they fled overseas, investigators. Okay. Again, for those of you tuning in later, angel number 0808, confirmation 2222 and 1414. Okay, divine source, ancestor messages, confirmations. What is it that you would like to confirm for the collective and the investigators, judges, celebrities? We have celebrities that tune in. Okay. Shout out to Vanessa Bryant on 126. It is already 126 here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Okay. Shout out to Vanessa Bryant. Shout out to their seed, Natalie, and again to Gianna. Shout out to Bianca, and shout out to Capri. Shout out to all you sweethearts. Shout out to all you sweethearts. Continue to represent Mamba and Mambacita energy well. Okay? Continue to represent it well. Protect the estate with wisdom. Okay? Kobe Bryant left that to you, Vanessa. Protect that. Protect that. Okay? Don't be giving your coochie to any and everybody, any and every celebrity. Okay? Don't be doing that. Vanessa, you have a responsibility. It's a spiritual one. You have a responsibility, Vanessa. 747. Again, we have a lot of tarot out here, so bear with me. We have I'm looking at a Two of Wands message over here, collective. I'm going to read that to you, okay? Okay, Divine said, yep, with that horn honk, okay? So I have a Two of Wands message here. It says, I'm planning how to turn this passion I have for you into something practical. I want the best approach in taking action, okay? So for whatever this resonates with, this could be someone, a mentor or going to be a mentor. This could be someone who's going to be your divine spouse, okay? This could be either one of those, okay? Could be one and the same person. I am planning how to turn this passion I have for you into something practical. I want the best approach in taking action. You know someone, you know a spirit being who I would be honored is watching. I don't know if they do. Their name comes out regularly. Their spirit comes out regularly. Is Abraham Hicks. Okay? Is Abraham Hicks. Okay? I hope she's watching. Okay? I hope she's watching. Okay? Yeah, embrace this, JP. Embrace this. All right? So, first out the gate, not all who cry, Lord, Lord, believes. First message. Not all who cry, Lord, Lord, believes. Understand this. So all the motherfuckers who went to church this morning, all them motherfuckers that say thank you, Jesus. First of all, Jesus isn't their name. I'm not going to go down that rabbit trail. Okay? If you don't know and you wonder why blessings flow slowly, it's probably in part because you call them Jesus and that's not their name. Jesus, the name Jesus, came about in the 17th century. They were born in 1st AD. Listen to me. The name Jesus came about, okay, through Roman Catholicism and karmic ass bullshit, okay, because there's no J in the Hebrew language, okay. Their original name is Issa, which is Arabic, and then Yeshua is Aramaic. Neither one of those have a J in it. So when you say thank you, Jesus, they're like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. That's what they do. That's what Issa does. That's what Yeshua does. So, honor ascended masters and you get ascended master blessings. Honor ascended masters and you get ascended master blessings. Not all who cry, Lord, Lord, or Jesus, Jesus, not all believe. King of Wands energy. This is in reverse, okay? It was in reverse, okay? So, some leader, it could be a religious minister, okay? Again, I name a lot of them all of the time, okay? Kenneth Copeland, Joyce Myers, Creflo Dollar, okay? I name a lot of them all of the time. T.D. Jakes, I name a lot of these karmic ass motherfuckers all of the time, okay? All of the time. Okay. Okay. So there's a religious minister out here who's in reverse. This religious minister could have served in the military, or you did. Okay. Shout out to all of the military veterans, no matter what country you represented. If you served honorably, I honor you. If you served honorably, I honor you. Whoa. Okay. 95 to 2003, baby. 8 years. I got a DD 214. I got a DD 214. Okay. Someone's name is DD and the number 214, which is 77. DD 214. So some type of authoritative figure here, okay, is a religious ass, okay? They're preaching on Sunday or speaking somewhere on Sunday, okay? Some religious ass. She is licking her bestie, okay? She is licking her bestie. You may not know this individual who is an undercover lesbian. You may not know the individual who is an undercover lesbian. Okay? Understand that these secret societies, understand Earth Angel, extraterrestrial, okay? Understand that these secret societies receive millions of dollars to do witchcraft against you from all different venues, okay? And what I'm seeing is like, this is what I'm seeing. Where's a pen? This is what I'm seeing. Again, I'm a master builder 33, a master teacher, so my job is to teach. I take my job very seriously. I take my occupation very seriously. Oh, JP, you said in one of the last lives, you said, man, you need to open up a school, okay? You said, man, you need to open up a school, okay? So this is what this looks like, okay, with these secret societies, okay? So you have a secret society here. Let me put something behind this so you can see that better, okay? So you have the secret society here, and they got money flowing in from all kinds of avenues, okay? Other secret societies, they have money coming into them so that they can do the karmic ass bullshit that they do. Send in gang stalkers, stalk you, tap into your social media, tap into your phone, tap into your desktop, laptop, tap into your TV, put cameras in your house, put cameras on light poles to watch your house. They have money coming into them so that they can do all this bullshit. JP, you mentioned something about starting a school, right? In one of the recent lives. And 2 or 3 years ago, Divine Source gave me the name of what that school or organization is going to be. Okay? Yeah. And I'm not going to share that here on live because they're karmic ass motherfuckers. Okay? So someone is licking their bestie. Okay? So someone's a lesbian. Okay? Or bisexual, it doesn't matter. It's all karmic. Even if they have money, it's all karmic. Okay? So just because Raven Simone has money, okay, that doesn't make her licking on a coochie right or okay. Okay? Again, man changes things. Man changes things in order to fit the current culture rather than sticking to the true spiritual laws. Man changes things in order to fit current cultures and norms instead of sticking to the foundational spiritual laws. Man changes the definition of words, okay? Man changes laws. So it used to be wrong to be a polygamist. It used to be wrong to have a same-sex marriage. It used to be frowned upon. It used to be not allowed. Now today, all around the world, there are people who are officiating same-sex marriages. May they go to hell, Divine. There are officials out here. This could be one of these, this minister out here, okay? This King of Wands in reverse. They are conducting same-sex marriages all around the world. May they go to hell. Something is newsworthy. CNN, TMZ. TMZ is a stalker, by the way. TMZ is a stalker, okay? You would be surprised at the celebrities that I don't know, collective. You would be surprised at the celebrities whose faces, you show me a face and I'm like, who is that? I have no idea. No clue. Okay? No clue. Because I don't follow that stuff. I don't keep up with that stuff. Okay? Thank you so much, JP. I appreciate you, baby. I appreciate you. Send great love to you and your bloodline. Okay? Something out here is newsworthy and you see it's on the world card. Something is going to be changing, life-changing. Something is going to be groundbreaking, like boom, like boom, like boom. Okay? Getting Ice Cube energy. O'Shea Jackson, shout out to you, baby. Shout out to O'Shea Jackson. Okay? Shout out to O'Shea Jackson. Also recently getting Carrie Underwood, Kelly Clarkson. Next, we have someone with evil intent. Alicia, Kyra, and Remy. Alicia, Kyra, and Remy. Okay? Look at that. On the Ten of Swords. On the Ten of Swords. On the Ten of Swords. Take a look at the names, collective and investigators. Take a look at the names. And investigators, look at your notes. Is there an Alicia in your notes? Is there a Kyra that you're investigating? Is there a Remy that you're investigating? Take a look. Okay? Any one of these individuals could be the closet lesbian. These could be religious ass people that cry, Lord, Lord, sing in the choir, lead the choir. Okay? Post religious ass shit on their social media pages. Military. They could be in the military. Okay? Something's being revealed about them that is going to be newsworthy, or these individuals are due, okay, for this newsworthy event. Okay? Thanks. You didn't have to let me know that, but thanks. Okay. Scotland in the house. Is Brooklyn in the house? Is Scotland in the house? Scotland in the house. What up, Cherry? What up, Cherry? What up, Cherry? Okay. Play that funky music, white boy. Play that funky music right. Play that funky music, white boy. Lay down and boogie and play that funky music till you die. Cherry, till you die. Okay? What's up, Cherry? Okay? Someone lacks effort out here. Someone lacks effort out here. Okay? This is someone who is ignoring their intuition because you know why? Okay? High Priestess in reverse. Someone who's ignoring their intuition. Okay? In the upright, a High Priestess is tapped into their North Node. Okay? In reverse, this is someone who is ignoring their intuition. So, any one of these that have come out here, we only have 3 thus far, in addition to the names that I mentioned. Okay? Someone out here is ignoring their intuition. They choose to. They lack effort. Effort to ascend. They refuse to get on their conscious spiritual journey. They refuse to. So, let them be. Walk away. On the other side of this High Priestess energy in reverse, we have a drug kingpin. That is definitely somebody who refuses to ascend. That is definitely someone who refuses to wake up. Someone's name could be Sean, Shauna. I'm getting Sabrina, Sean, Shauna, Sabrina, Nathan, Nate, Nathaniel, Kovaleski, 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 Kovaleski. Someone's name is Justina, Kovaleski, Kovaleski Divine, Kovaleski Investigators, Kovaleski. Bradley, Carmen, and Mateo. Yeah. Same page, same music, same tune. Okay? 331. That resonates with me highly. Highly. I am a life path 7. Okay. I am a life path 7. 331 is 7. Okay. Also, 331 is intrinsic to me in the 3D. 331. Okay. Bradley, Carmen, and Mateo. Bradley, Carmen, and Mateo. Okay. Mateo. Okay. Matthew. Okay. Carmen, Electra. Okay. Let's take a look at Carmen Electra's information. Okay. We do this from time to time for synchronicities, everyone. I see we have 29 in the room and 28 likes. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's take a look at Carmen Electra's information, investigators for your cases. Okay. Let's take a look. See if any birthdays or locations resonate for you. Carmen Electra. Okay. So she's another one who uses a false name in Hollywood. Her name is neither Carmen nor Electra legally. Her name is Tara Lee Patrick. Tara Lee Patrick. Tara Lee, Leigh. It could be Lee for you. Okay, investigators and collective, judges, celebrities. Leigh Patrick. Born 4/20/72. So she's a 55/55. This is how I want you to think about synchronicity. She's a 55/55. Okay? And 7 minus 2 is a 5. Born in 72. 7 minus 2 is a 5. This is how I want you to think about numerology. Okay? Go deep. Go deep. Go deep. Okay? So 4 divided by 20 is 55/55. And 1972, 7 minus 2 is 5. Born in Sharonville, Ohio. So Ohio. Active in Hollywood since 1990. She's 5'4". Spouses, Dennis Rodman. That was a highly publicized union. Okay. Dennis Rodman, the Worm. Confirmation, the Worm. Someone is a worm. A worm. Dave Navarro. Dave and Navarro. Robert Patterson. Robert Patterson. Okay. Carmen Electra. Okay. I'm glad we looked that up. A lot of synchronicities in there. Okay. A lot of synchronicities in there. Okay. So J Rose. So you have 114 chakras. Okay. 114 chakras. Okay. Most talk about the main 7, your root, your sacral, okay, your solar plexus, okay, and they go doop, 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 okay, up your body, up the physical body, not your body, up the physical body, okay? So root, sacral, solar plexus, heart chakra, third eye, crown. Those are your main 7, okay? But in addition to that, you have 7 others, and in addition to that, you have crowns above, okay? And so your north node, okay, is your highest vibration, okay? Your north node is your highest vibration. When I was in the military, I was in charge of my last assignment in 3rd Infantry Division. I was a part of Signal, okay, setting up telecommunications. Interesting that I'm a Master Builder 33. And I was responsible for setting up communications. My last MOS, I had more than one, okay? But my last MOS, military occupational specialty, was setting up satellites, communications, so they can talk out in the middle of nowhere, okay? In the jungles of Vietnam, okay? So that military forces would have communications, okay? and I was a section sergeant. Okay, that's an E7 position. That's an E7 position. I was an E5. They wanted me to go to E6 school or get promoted to E6, but Divine said, no, it's time for you to get out at 8 years, actually at 7 years. Okay, but I got called back to active duty to go back to military intelligence school. So North Node, the node center, is the main center where the activity happens. And again, for spiritual reasons, this is the epicenter. This is the epicenter, okay? So when you are tapped into your North Node, okay, you are tapped into your high priest, high priestess energy, okay? You are tapped in, okay? North Node, all right? On the other side of Bradley, Carmen, and Mateo, one side, and something's good for you, okay? So you may not like the process, okay, at this time, okay? You may not 10-10. Yes, it is, okay? Where you are 10-10. Confirmation dog barks. Woo! Confirmation dog barks. Okay, it is 11-10 in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Okay, so something's for your good, collective. Okay, so your Job experience, for your good. When the evil came against you, for your good. When your mother disowned you, for your good. When they kidnapped you, for your good. When they stole you from your biological parents, for your good. When you were homeless, for your good. Again, I was homeless twice while on dialysis, and I never complained. Never, I did not complain. I went one day in all that time, although there was years collectively, it was years, okay? In all those years, 11-11, shout out heaven 11-11, in all that cumulative time that I was homeless, I went one day, only one day without a meal. One day. Okay? So it's all for your good. It's all for your good. Okay? It's all for your good. Remember that. Okay? Even the trickery and fuckery, it's all for your good. Stay the course. Stay the course. Okay? Because high vibrational beings are murdered, assassinated, because they fall asleep for a moment. They fall asleep for a moment in time. And when they fall asleep, confirmation horn honks. And when they fall asleep, the enemy's like, ah. So stay alert, stay alive. Okay? I have a daily ritual, especially in the morning. I wake up and I light 3 sage incense. Today I use sage incense. Okay? I light 3 sage incense. Okay? I drink water and I meditate. Okay? I have a process, and that has been the routine for years now. For years. Develop a spiritual routine. My crown chakra just bumped. Develop a spiritual routine, especially in the morning, because your physical body is just waking up, okay? And dreams and things will come back to you, okay? You're like, wow, I dreamt last night, okay? Meditate, okay? Develop a spiritual routine. Okay? Before I go to sleep in the evening, the last thing that I consume is a glass of water. Okay? Or bottled water. In this case, in Vietnam, it's not good to drink the water from the faucet. Okay? Develop a routine. Okay? Don't just be doing it all willy-nilly. Shout out to Cedric the Entertainer. Don't be doing your spiritual journey focused haphazardly. Don't, okay? Be intentional. Be intentional. Be intentional. Your last lifetime was in the 1800s for some of you, okay? Your last lifetime was in the 1800s. That is on one side of the Two of Wands, okay? So you could be seeing a previous lifetime of yours, okay? And this is a confirmation, okay? You see her, okay? that looks like Rose, that looks like Rose, all right? Okay? Your last lifetime, okay? Your ancestors and Akashic records will confirm it, okay? To access, speaking of North Node, to access your Akashic records, you have to be in your North Node, okay? Archangel Metatron will not give you access to your Akashic records if you are not in your North Node, okay? You could be ascending and all of that, but if you are not in your North Node, you cannot access your Akashic records. And Archangel Metatron, who on earth was known as Enoch in the Bible. So when you read the name Enoch in the Bible, that is Archangel Metatron. They will not give you access to your Akashic records if you are not in your North Node. And there's something about San Antonio, okay? Also something about San Mateo, something, investigators, okay? San Mateo, San Antonio, okay? So this last lifetime in the 1800s, you could have been in some part of Texas, okay? You could have been in some part of Texas in the 1800s. What's up, Danielle? Okay, what's up, Danielle? Confirmation, Bert. What's up, Danielle? Confirmation, Bert. What's going on? Okay, the initials DB, okay? DB. What did I say about America? And again, what did I say about America, collective? We have a card out here that's going to confirm that's on one side of 0808 for swift action. What did I say? For those of you who are tuned in, please put it in the comments, okay? To remind those who are tuning in later and the ones in the back. What did I say at the beginning of this reading in regards to America? What did I say? Does anyone recall what I said about America at the beginning of this live psychic investigation reading? Does anyone recall? Okay. I'm seeing images of hearts. Does anyone recall what I said? I'll give you a minute for someone to respond while I read this 0808 angel number. Someone please answer me. What did I say about America? The United Divided States of America. What did I say about them at the beginning of this live? Okay, someone let me know. Okay. You will enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps towards achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Thank you. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. Okay? Yes. Thank you, Heaven 11. Shout out to you, sweetheart. Shout out to you, sweetheart. Also, I want to give a special shout out to Loving God Wins. They are on YouTube. I want to give a special shout out to Loving God Wins. Okay. So, I did say judgment, and I called judgment on every administration from George Washington all the way up to President Trump. I called judgment, okay? And Divine then showed me how federal buildings one day in the United States will be dilapidated, and it will be more of a desolated land, a desolate land. One day, it might not be your lifetime, this lifetime, but one day in the history books, there will be stories of a great nation that rose, ingenuity, science, space. They were doing all of these wonderful things, but they were taken over by demonic and secret society forces. Apophis, Apep, Jezebel, Lilith, okay? Satan, devil energy, because they allowed these rulers to consume their bodies. You want to know why Joe Biden acted the way that he did on camera when he was in office? A demonic spirit. Same thing with President Trump, okay? And I'm not saying President Trump is as bad as Joe Biden, but I'm saying President Trump You need to wake the fuck up and stop trying to please whatever secret societies you are a part of, because all presidents in the United States have been a part of secret societies, even the quote unquote good ones. Okay. One of my favorite presidents, I was a child physically at that time. One of my favorite presidents is Ronald Reagan. They were a part of a secret society. Okay. The Bush family has had two presidents. Okay. And both are a part of Skull and Bones secret society of Yale campus. Okay. George W. Bush, the son of George Herbert Walker Bush, his grandfather, George Herbert Walker Bush's father, was the first of the Skull and Bones. 3 generations. They put 3 motherfuckers in office, 2 motherfuckers in office. Two. Look on what showed up here. Okay? Look what showed up on the one side of this 808. And again, it's just a confirmation. That's all that tarot is. It's just a confirmation. Okay, Sandra. Okay? I'm not saying I'm doing anything about President Trump. Okay? And I'm about to kick your stupid ass off my fucking channel. Okay? I'm about to kick your stupid ass off my fucking channel. I'm going to give you 60 seconds, Sandra. I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Fuck you. Okay? Ancestors, judge her. Ancestors, judge her. Judge her. I didn't say I was going to do shit to President Trump. I called judgment on karmic ass activity like ICE murdering U.S. civilians. I called judgment. I called judgment. I didn't say I was doing shit to them. Pay attention. Pay attention, because your ass is sitting in the back of the classroom, apparently. Pay attention. I'm going to give your ass 60 fucking seconds, Sandra. 60. Don't be manipulating my fucking words, okay? Don't be manipulating my fucking words, you dumbass, okay? On the other side, we got Peter. So on the 8, we got Peter. Peter could have been born on August 8th, investigators, okay? Pete, okay? Or there's destruction coming to him in his country, wherever Peter is, whatever country Peter is in, wherever Peter lives. Peter is a very common name. Get your ass off my fucking channel. Get your ass off my fucking channel and shut the fuck up. Get off my channel. Get off my fucking channel. Bye, dumbass. That's how you take care of that. Look at, woo! Look, baby. Look, baby. Look. Mamba energy, baby. Masculine energies needed at this time. Masculine energies needed at this time. Fuck you, Sandra. You can't do shit here. Divine just confirmed it. Divine just confirmed it. You can't do shit here. Thanks, Raven. Okay? They can't do nothing here. Nothing. Except get kicked out. They can get evicted. Okay? They can get evicted. Okay? That might be the karma that happens to Sandra and her family. They can get evicted. Witchcraft is changing your pH. Okay? So those of you, okay, who recognizes how your pH balance is changing, okay? Yeah, Angelique. Okay? Those who recognize your pH balance is changing, this is because of witchcraft, and this is witchcraft, okay, energy, okay? Dark, karmic, okay, sneaky, serpent, fox, cunning, sly, okay? A charmer. Who's a karmic? You can be a charmer and be upright, okay? You can be witty and be upright, okay? but someone is not. So they come in all sweet and fancy. They look good physically, okay? They come in, but they're confirmation, boom, but they're really a demon, like Jada Pinkett Smith. They look good, but they're really a demon, like Jada Pinkett Smith. She definitely licks on women. She definitely licks on women. She definitely licks on women. Okay? So if witchcraft is changing your pH, okay, you need to do your return to senders and protective energy and confirmation horn honks. Okay? So if your pH balance is changing, chances are it's witchcraft. Okay? If you're sitting there and all of a sudden the room is cool and all of a sudden you start sweating, it's witchcraft. If you're sitting there and all of a sudden we grown in here. Somebody in the comments put we grown so we can talk about grown stuff. We grown so we can talk about grown shit. Somebody put it in the comments. We grown. We grown. We mature so we can talk about grown shit. So if you're sitting there one day, you're just watching TV. Yeah, we grown. We grown. We grown. We grown. We grown. We grown. Yeah. Okay. So we can talk about adult things. So mature things. So someone's sitting there and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, let's say you're watching cartoons. Okay. Nothing that has to do with sexuality, whatever. You're sitting there watching cartoons and all of a sudden you get horny. Okay. You've been celibate. Okay. Man or woman. And all of a sudden you get horny. That's witchcraft. That's witchcraft. That's witchcraft on your sacral. That is witchcraft. And I got a heavy weight right here on my crown right now. Heavy weight right here on my crown. Okay. That is witchcraft. All of a sudden you get horny. Okay. Your libido picks up out of nowhere. That's witchcraft. That is witchcraft. Yes. Yes, Marissa. Yes, Marissa. Yes. That is true. Now you know. Okay. You might have already known, Terry. Is it Terry? Yes, Terry. Okay. Oh, from New Zealand. Happy New Year, sunshine, sugar. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Okay. Yep. It's been my last relationship was 2022. So, yeah, coming up on 4 years. There we go. This is my third stint of celibacy. Okay. First was between 2007 and 2010. Next was while I was on dialysis. Okay. And now. Okay. I have a nose itch, so or nose tingle. That's a confirmation. So again, pay attention to your physical bodies. Pay attention to your physical bodies. Okay. We have your best friend is sleeping with your spouse. Okay. This could be someone you consider the best friend. They don't have to be your best friend, your BFF. This could be a good friend. Okay. Somebody out here is sleeping with your spouse. If you do not have a spouse and you've not had a spouse this lifetime, this part doesn't resonate for you. This is someone you walked away from, collective. Okay. So this could be an ex or former spouse who's now bunking up with your buddy. Bunking up with your buddy, bunking up with your buddy, okay? Oh, Terry, because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against the demonic forces and evil principalities of darkness. That's why it was done to you, Terry. Why was it done to you? Because you wrestle not against flesh and blood. Why did I have to go through 4.5 years of dialysis to receive a kidney transplant on 7/7/17? Because of the warlock. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against demonic forces. That's why. To sum it up, that's why. Melissa, you can send me an email. I don't do personal tarot readings, But I do have an opportunity and offer free esoteric conversations. And in that conversation, we pull energy. Okay? And so you can schedule a free esoteric conversation with me. I would love to speak with someone from New Zealand. I would love to connect with you. Okay? And yeah, so you can send me an email. The email address, one of them is NEHRUPatah, NEHRUPTAH @gmail.com, NEHRUPatah @gmail.com. You can send me an email and we can get that scheduled. Let me know what time zone you're in so that I can coordinate the time zones, because again, I'm in Vietnam. Okay? So you can do that. Okay? Oh, you're welcome, Terry. Yep, it is always a test. I believe my ex is sleeping with, I hope they're not your best friend anymore, Terry. I hope they're not your best friend. Yeah, Angel. Yeah, Angel. You tell them. They can have each other. Okay? Go ahead. Lick on each other. Fuck on each other. Hump on each other. Whatever you want to, y'all can have each other. You deserve each other. You deserve each other. Go ahead. Go ahead. You deserve each other. Be merry. Not really, but be merry. Okay? One side. And we have spiritual scientists. Okay? So there are spiritual scientists that are watching you, spiritual scientists watching me, spiritual scientists watching this investigation read, spiritual scientists. Okay? Upright or dark, spiritual scientists. This could speak to the Vatican. Okay? Yep, let them. Let them. Let them. Don't even look back. Don't be like Lot's wife. Look back and be turned to salt. Don't even look back. Delete them off your social media. Delete them. Throw away everything they gave you, not just the ring. Listen to me, collective. Listen to me, collective. I see we have 42 in the room and 38 likes. Thank you, everyone. Throw everything they gave to you away. Okay? I traveled to Vietnam with about 5 outfits, or traveled to Southeast Asia on May 5th of last year with about 5 outfits. Okay? I have replaced the majority of those and got new clothes. But before I left Florida, through my Job experience, I got rid of every pair of shoes, every suit jacket, every coat, every suit, every tie, every shirt, every sock, every pair of underwear. I got rid of pictures. I got rid of everything. I deleted them off my social media. I got a new Facebook page. I deleted all their asses. I don't want a reminder from Facebook about what was. I don't want a reminder from nothing. I deleted all that bullshit, threw all that shit out. Every last one of it. Every last one of it. From the woman who raised me, whose name is Judy, every last one of them. People I had sewn into, the Scorpio I was engaged to, I deleted every fucking picture. Best friend whose name was Scott, I deleted all that shit. All of it. When I cut off. Okay? One of the keys to your journey is a strong cutoff game. Sever. Cut karmic ties. Do your cord cutting rituals. Okay? Cut cords. Delete it and throw it away. Everything. You might want to burn it. There are things that I burned. Okay? There are things in my house. I had a fireplace. There are things that me and my Kane Corso Sadie that we burned, that others had given me. We burned shirts. We burned things in that fireplace. I set fire to the rain, watch it burn. Shout out to Odell. I set fire to the rain, motherfucker. I set fire to, you got to be a strong ass to set fire to the rain. Okay? Set fire to the rain. We got 2 cards in the same slot. That's significant. Okay. Yeah, Riley. Good to see you in the chat again. Cut that cord. Who is this? Let me look at your name. What's up, Leanne? What's up, Leanne? Cut that cord. Should I get rid of stuff? Should I get rid of stuff? People who aren't any good in my life? Yeah, absolutely. I don't care what they gave you. They could have gave you cups, dishes. They could have given you, I don't know, cookware. They could have given you pictures that you have hanging on your wall. They could have given you your bed set. Throw that fucking mattress out. Get rid of that motherfucker. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. One of my strongest attributes is being able to walk away. That is one of my I don't hold any grudges. I want justice and the truth. I don't hold any grudges, but I will cut a motherfucker off before they can blink twice. As you can see in this chat, I have no problem. That has been such a huge protective thing for me. Okay. I can only begin to tell you. I can only begin to tell you. Having a strong cutoff energy is vital. It's vital for you to become your highest, purest, truest self. Because if you don't, you'll continue to watch the news and listen to the government tell you lies, whatever country you're in, New Zealand, America, wherever, country in Africa, Nicaragua, wherever you are, okay? Wherever you are, you have to. Yes, J. Rose. Yes, Rose. Burn it. Throw it out. Yes. Take out the trash. Take out the trash. Yes. Yes. Okay. So on one side, we have Honduras, Venezuela, and Panama. I think I said Panama earlier in some example I was speaking. Honduras, Venezuela, and Panama. So someone's Honduran, Venezuelan, and Panamanian this lifetime. We have 10 of Pentacles here. Someone tried to take your 10 of Pentacles. They are located in these countries, one of these countries, or investigators, they fled to one of these countries. It really is. It really is. It really is. Do you know that in the height of me climbing out of the muck and mire, okay, when I was, when I left Florida, when I left Florida and headed west, do you know that one of the key things that I was doing every day, in addition to saging, was egg cleanses? And I perfected my own method. My own method. That's the beauty of spirituality, is you don't have to do it just like me. You flow where you flow. And one of the things that we read about in the Aquarian Gospel of Yeshua, okay, this morning at 10 o'clock, one of the things, Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, one of the things that we read about was they specific, and they were 16 and 17, 18 years old giving these lessons, okay? They were shocking the hell out of these priests. Yeshua was. He was speaking shit and they were like, what? How did you get that wisdom? But you are just a child. He was blowing their minds, boy. And I'm telling you, this is not in your Bible. He was blowing their mind, the Aquarian Gospel of the Spirit of Yeshua, blowing their minds. This is what they don't want you to know. That's why spirituality is not between Genesis and Revelation. Okay? He said, the beauty of the journey is you don't have to do it exactly like me. He said this. The beauty of the journey is you don't have to do it just like me. You have freedom. So if water heals you and fire heals me, let's rejoice because both of us are healed. Don't be comparing notes. Well, why did water work with you and it didn't work with me? No. Water worked to heal you and fire worked to heal me. Let's just simply rejoice in our healing. Religion says, if you don't do it just like me, you are wrong and going to hell. That's what religion says. On the other side, if you say so, Tina, if you say so, okay, I would encourage you to take a salt bath, okay? I would encourage you to take a salt bath and cleanse your energy. You don't think water heals? Stop drinking and see what happens to your fucking body. If you don't think water heals, stop drinking it for a week and see what happens to your body. You liar. You liar. Okay? You don't think water heals? Okay. Don't water your plants and see if they continue to thrive. Don't water your plants and see if they continue to thrive. You are a plant. So stop giving yourself water since you don't think it heals. Yeah, watch you. I ain't got to watch shit you do. You don't have to keep watching me. I'm going to delete your ass in about 30 seconds. So, Josephine, Joseph, Honduras, Venezuela, and Panama. Healing is life. I don't understand where the confusion is, people. Healing is life. Water is life. I don't understand where the confusion is. It's one and the same. I don't understand where the confusion is. So, Josephine, Joseph, Venezuela, Honduras, or Panama. Okay? We have autumn, and we have I moved closer. Oh, excuse me. We have I moved my family closer to murder you and steal your money. Look at this message, investigators and collective. As you investigators, FBI, CIA, okay? As you follow these demons around, watching their actions, okay? Watching their movements, okay? As you follow these demons around, FBI, okay? Someone moved their family closer. Autumn could have. This movement could have happened in autumn. They moved their family closer to murder and steal money. Confirmation burp. Okay. All right. Again, like I said, this was going to be a longer reading. I think we're at an hour and 40 minutes. Okay. Hour and 40 minutes. Something about a cool million. We have the names Marcellus, Marcy, and Maggie. Marcellus, Marcy, and Maggie. Investigators. We have the Four of Swords energy in here. Okay. This energy always looks to me like someone is doing witchcraft. Someone could have an altar. Okay. Someone could have an altar with your hair on it, with a piece of your clothing on it, with something that they took from your house. Investigators, you could find this altar in the woods next to their house, in the woods in the back of their house. You could find this altar. Someone's name starts with a Z. On this card, it says Zinger and Zuleika. Someone's name starts with a Z. Okay? They have an altar, had an altar, investigators, okay? Marcellus, Marcy, and Maggie, okay? Someone could go by Marcel, okay? Marcel, okay? We have chips and salsa, okay? This could be someone you had chips and salsa with. You could be currently enjoying chips and salsa. You could be currently enjoying chips and salsa, okay? With this Page of Pentacles out here, okay, this person is poor. They could be sleeping on someone's couch, okay? Them and their children sleeping in their car now, okay? Whoever this chips and salsa person is, again, or you're having chips and salsa. Could have been what you had for dinner. Practitioner Z initial, confirmation, Raven, okay? Confirmation, confirmation, okay? Whoever this individual is, okay, or a different energy, playing fake shy, again, a charmer. They look good physically, but they are demon, okay? They look good physically, but they are a demon. Okay? What's going on with Ellen DeGenerate's dumbass? And I know her name is DeGeneres, but yeah, the name. Ellen DeGenerate, the degenerate, the degenerate. Ellen the Degenerate. That's another licking on coochie female. Ellen the Degenerate. Ellen the Degenerate. What's going on, Janice? Good to have you in the chat, okay? Good to have you in the chat. Good to have you in the live. We are getting ready to close it out, okay? I said Justina earlier. Okay? A warlock is behind this, okay? The energy shifted at some point, somewhere around Josephine, somewhere around Bestie sleeping with your spouse or something. The storyline shifted, okay? So, okay? The warlock, a warlock, is behind this. This warlock is most likely a part of a secret society, a warlock. Okay? You may or may not know them. This may or may not be a parent, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, a minister. One of the first energies we got out here was a minister. Hello, sliding, Kiwi. Okay? Warlock. On one side of the warlock, we have poverty, poor. Okay? Again, homeless energy out here. Homeless energy out here. And new connections. Okay? Your soul tribe approaching. Your soul tribe approaching. Some of you are meeting members of your soul tribe collective in this room. Okay? Yes, she is a demon. Shout out to you, CO. Good to see you. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. That's how you know. When you have less attachment to the 3D. Okay? And that means they can't lure you in. You know what I'm saying? That means they can't lure you in. Divine is asking me to grab this hand. Okay? This means they can't lure you in. Okay? So when you do not have attachments to the 3D, they can't lure you in with sex. They can't lure you in with money. They can't lure you in with a car, with a house. You would rather be homeless and be free than to be stuck in four walls with karmic ass motherfuckers and demons. Okay? When you have no earthly attachments, yeah, then they can't lure you in. The demons and secret societies, gang stalkers, then they can't lure you in. Confirmation ding dong. Okay? So, goodbye, warlock. Okay? Goodbye, warlock. Okay? We have Caden, Amaya, and Freya. We are on our second to last tarot card. Okay? Second to last tarot card. Caden, Amaya, and Freya. Okay? That is on one side of the child's play. Child games, childish games, childish games. Yeah, definitely deja vu. Definitely deja vu. Science cannot explain deja vu, okay? Because you've been here before. And that confirms reincarnation. That confirms reincarnation. Okay? That confirms reincarnation. All right? There's a coward motherfucker in this energy. Okay? Right now, there's a coward motherfucker in this energy. Let me go back through the chat here. I'm going to delete some people. Excuse me for a minute. There's a karmic ass motherfucker in this energy. Divine source, go ahead and point them out to me, and I'm going to delete they stupid ass off my fucking channel and out of this live for us collective. Give me just a moment. Found them, deleted them. Okay. So we have brainwashed. Okay. Caden, Amaya, or Freya. Ooh, confirmation horn honk. So there is a Caden, an Amaya, or a Freya out here. I think the horn honk was on Caden. There's a Caden, a Maya, or a Freya out here who's brainwashed. They are a victim of MK Ultra. Because that's what MK Ultra is brainwashing. Okay? So consider your journey, collective. Consider your investigations, investigators. Consider your cases, judges. Okay? Consider your journey. Confirmation. Doot, doot, doot. Okay? Confirmation. Confirmation. The next motherfucker that say I look like Denzel Washington, I'm going to delete your stupid ass off my fucking channel. The next motherfucker that say I look like Denzel Washington, I'm going to delete your stupid ass off my channel, and I'm going to start right now. I'm going to start right now. Get your dumb ass off my fucking channel. Don't be trying to send nobody else's fucking energy to me, okay? I am who I am. I said I am who I am. Don't be trying to send me or put me in nobody else's fucking energy, okay? We got another one out here. Let me find out who they are, Divine. Point them out to me. Point them out to me. Divine Source, point them out to me. Again, collective. Dumbass motherfuckers, okay? Dumbass motherfuckers, okay? I see the chat doesn't go all the way back up to the beginning, okay? Divine Source, I ask that you remove whoever the karmic ass motherfucker is out here. Shut down their device, okay? Just shut down their device. Cut off their internet, okay? Just shut down their device, okay? Just shut it down. Thank you, Divine Source. I love you, okay? Just shut their internet down, okay? So, MK Ultra work out here. MK Ultra work out here, okay? And again, place childish games, win childish prizes. The last card in the deck, we have Raven Simone. Again, I said her name earlier, okay? I said Raven Simone earlier. Yep, and there's Ravenous commenting. So Raven, that could be a spirit animal, your spirit animal or someone else's. Raven, you might want to find out what your spirit animal is. Raven and Simone. The name Jack is significant. The name Jack, J-A-K, specifically J-A-K, not Jackson, not Jack or son. The name Jack, J-A-K, or excuse me, I said J-A-K. So J-A-C-K, that is significant. We have Jacqueline. I said Jack. Jacqueline, light it up. 1414, light it up. What is the 114th day of the year? Thank you so much for subscribing, Sliding Kiwi. That's a funny name, okay? So, focus on your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a friend. So, for those of you who have a karmic best friend who's humping or licking or sucking on your former spouse or lover, okay, you're going to get a replacement. And they're going to be in the upright, okay? Or, in addition to your family, good vibes will speed up the process. So, collective, throughout this reading, as we get ready to close this out with our last tarot card here. Throughout this reading, you've seen me go back and forth between masculine and feminine energy, okay? And that is the key, okay? I'm not pissed at the individuals who come on here talking bullshit out the side of their face. I'm not upset or mad at them. I just take care of business and I keep it moving. I don't hate them, okay? 126 day, okay? I just make the shot when their fucking hand is right here in my face. I just swish the fucking shot when their hand is right here in my face. I don't get upset. I don't get mad. I just make it. I just make it from 35 feet out. I just make it. That's a balanced feminine and masculine energy, okay? We have waiting, okay, or the hanged man. Someone's name is Anna. Yeah, yeah. Unconditional love will take care of business, okay? Just because I fire your ass, that doesn't mean I don't like you. It means you did not perform up to the standard. Because I fired your ass, that doesn't mean I don't like you. That just means you underperformed. That's all it means. Okay? That's all it means. We have Greece. So someone's Grecian out here. Okay? I said Anna. The name Anna. We have Ian, Christian, Brooke, and Everett as we get ready to close this out. Ian, Christian, Brooke, and Everett. Okay? We are right at 2 hours. Divine Source, is there anything else? Oh, okay. So, Divine Source is saying no, okay? Because Divine Source is like no, and specifically Divine says no, okay? Because there are karmic motherfuckers in here. That's what Spirit just said, okay? Spirit was like no, because there are karmic ass motherfuckers in here, okay? So when you see the laughs going up, okay, those are karmic ass motherfuckers. When you see the laughs going up, okay, with the emojis, that's a karmic ass motherfucker, okay? That could be Ian, that could be Christian, that could be Brooke, that could be Justina, that could be Jacqueline, that could be Zuleika, that could be Raven, that could be Simone, that could be Caden, that could be Freya, that could be someone you had chips and salsa with, that could be Marcellus, that could be Marcy, that could be Maggie, that could be Autumn, that could be someone from Honduras, that could be someone from Venezuela, that could be someone from Panama, that could be Josephine, that could be Joseph, that could be your former best friend, that could be Yolanda, that could be someone in San Antonio. Okay? So I will take questions, okay? I will take questions, okay? And if you ask a dumbass question, okay, my intuition will let me know. And I'll have to call you out. Okay? As I get ready to summarize this reading, I'm going to pull all the cards together and then we're going to go through the summary of this reading. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Hello, V. Hello, V. I don't know. Why are you looking for it? Okay? And that's an honest question, Kelly. I'm not trying to be a smartass. Okay? You said, will I find new love? My question is, why are you looking for it? And where are you at on your spiritual journey? Okay? Because if you're out here looking for a divine union, okay, but you still out here entertaining sex slaves, listen to me, listen to me. If you're out here and you're still entertaining sex slaves and you're not celibate, you will not receive an upright divine partner, okay? You will not, they will pass you by, okay? Because they can spell a stench from whoever sacral you let stick into you. I suspect you're a female. So, will you find new love? I don't know. Where are you at on your journey? Are you celibate? Are you protecting yourself? You miss having a soulmate, so you need to do some heart chakra healing, okay? You need to do some heart chakra healing. This is what you need to do, Kelly, okay? You need to take this, okay? You need to take crystal, okay? And you need to place it on your heart, and you need to call out to Archangel Raphael. That is the keeper of the heart, okay? You need to call out to Archangel Raphael, and you need to say, Archangel Raphael, I need to heal you, or I need you to heal me, okay, of the energy that has me craving a soulmate. I am enough all by myself. I am enough all by myself, Archangel Raphael. Please heal my heart so that I do not crave love outside of myself. I am enough to love myself. I am enough to love myself. Please help me heal my heart, Archangel Raphael. You need to heal your heart chakra before your new love comes in. You can take my advice or not. It's up to you. Okay, let me get to another question here. Oh, Melissa, okay. I will get that. I will take a look at that email when we finish here. Thank you so much, Melissa. Okay. Until you get your divine partner, if you are celibate, okay, like Angel said, the best thing to do is to stay celibate, okay? You don't need to fuck somebody to find out if they're a divine partner. Listen to me. Listen to me, okay? One of the deceptions of the 3D is, how do I know they're good in bed? How do I know they're this? Why the fuck is that your focus? Why the fuck is that your focus? Why is your love relationships built on sex? And sex is immature, by the way. Sex is immature. You have sex when you're 13, 14, 15, 16, okay? I say, with my partners, we fuck or we make love. Sex is for immature people. Sex is for immature people. So if you use sex to determine whether or not you're going to be with somebody or whether or not someone's for you, that is a low ass vibration. Someone asked about North and South Node. Rose did. You want to use sex to determine if you need to stay with somebody? You are way in the fucking basement of your energy. Way in the basement. Someone's coochie bond should not be the determination of whether or not you stay with them or whether or not they are a divine partner. We grown, so we can have grown folk conversations. Okay? So Kelly, again, if you're out here craving love, okay, and you're looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love, okay? There's something about your heart energy that isn't right, okay? There's something about your heart energy that isn't healed. Something. It has to be. It has to be, okay? It has to be. You need to focus on some other part of your energy. You need to ground yourself, okay? You need to cleanse your sacral, maybe, okay? There's something that you need to focus on. I don't know, stop masturbating so much. There's something that you need to do that you are not doing that is preventing you in some way, or it's just divine timing. You need to do something other than focus on when is my love coming in. We grown, we can have grown folks conversations. Estella, I don't know. Do you meditate, Stella? Do you meditate? Many of these questions, okay, that you're asking here are conversations to be had in private settings, okay? These are conversations to be had in a private setting, okay? When it's just your energy, your ancestors, my ancestors, and divine source, okay? That's where a lot of these questions need to be asked, not on a public platform during a collective psychic investigation read. What's the best way to protect my energy? Cherry, I'm reading your question. What's the best way to protect my energy? My pH balance is definitely being attacked. Okay, so the best way, okay, to protect your energy, okay, there, over there. Okay, so go to the post, okay, on this page, Cherry, okay, go to the post, the community tab on this page, and scroll down until you see information regarding an egg cleanse. And this is what I'm going to advise that you do. You can do it with crystals, okay? And you can do it with sage, okay? But this is what I'm going to advise that you do. Follow those instructions. And again, make it your own. Make the instructions your own, okay? And the words, make it your own, okay? But what you need to do is you need to do a cleanse, and you need to make sure that you focus on the crevices, okay? You focus on the places of the physical body that bends, okay? And the places of the physical body that holds moisture between your legs, okay? You need to focus on these places, okay? This is where energy hides. Energy hides in the crevices, under your arms. Energy hides in the crevices, under your neck. Energy hides in the crevices, okay? You need to focus on these places behind your ears, okay? To get your pH back into balance. Also, you might want to consider drinking some type of alkaline water, okay? Not too high, because that messes with your kidneys, okay? And increases your potassium. Again, I'm an unlicensed nephrologist, only because of my 4.5 years of dialysis and a transplant on 7/7/17. So with that egg, or whatever you choose to use, focus on the crevices. Again, the places of the body that bends, your navel, okay? Focus on the places of your body behind your knees, okay? Behind your knees where your leg bends, okay? Focus on the joints, okay? Focus on the joints. This is where energy hides, okay? Oh, so you do meditate, Estelle. Okay, so if you meditate, Estella, ask your ancestors. Ancestors, is my roommate for me or against me? Very simple. Ask, are my roommates for me or against me? Estella, before you ask this question, take your 2 fingers, place them in the center of in your head, okay? And your other 2 fingers, place them in the center of your forehead between your eyebrows, okay? So crown and third eye. Hold for 30 seconds. Release, and then meditate on this question and see what your ancestors say. I guarantee you they're going to drop an answer. Boom, just like that. And if they tell you that your roommate is karmic and against you, kick them out or you move out. Because once you get that answer, then accountability starts. Okay, Estella? So once you get the answer, then accountability on your part starts. So divine source and your ancestors are going to be like, we told you, and if they are against you, okay, and not for you. Your ancestors and Most High are going to be like, we told you they were against you, and you continue to stay with them, and it's 8 months later. Why are you continuing to stay with them? Then you become accountable. So when you ask the question, be ready for the answer. Of course, Cherry. Of course. Great love to you. Great love to you, Cherry. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay? Yep. And do those return to senders like Angel is saying. JP. Great love, man. I look forward to talking to you again. Definitely. And we will. I look forward to that. Always. Okay? Of course. Of course. Yep. A dream, a vision. Yep. It could be any one of those answers. Okay. It could be any one of those answers, just like Raven has said. It could be any one of those answers. Yeah. For me, egg cleanses work great. Okay. Especially here in Vietnam because sage and Palo Santo isn't readily available. Okay. So, again, the majority of the time I use incense, and typically I burn 3 at a time. Okay? I burn 3 at a time, typically. All right? So let's go ahead and summarize this psychic investigation reading. Thank you all so much for tuning in. All of you that have moved forward with subscribing to the channel. Again, I don't ask and I never do. Okay? You are divinely guided here, and that's your choice. Okay? So we have San Antonio. We have something that's good for you. Okay. Again, the trials, the tribulations, the homelessness, the Job experience, the karmic illness that was sent to you by witchcraft. Okay. The karmic family you were sown into, stolen, taken to, given to, birthed into, whatever that is, be thankful. It was all for your good, and it continues to be. Okay. Yep. Angel, your gut instincts, that's your intuition. There's a card out here somewhere that says that, okay? Your gut is your intuition. Something about a drug kingpin investigators, the name Shauna. I thought I said another name when we came across that card, okay? Someone is lacking effort, okay? So that individual crying out for a love, okay? They're lacking effort in some way. Someone out here has evil intent. That is never a surprise to high vibrational beings. Someone out here, okay, has evil intent. That is not a surprise, okay? Not all who cry, Lord, Lord, believes, okay? So if it's still Sunday where you are, well, actually it's 12/12. Ooh! 12/12, baby, 24. 12/12, baby, 24. Shout out to Mamba on the 126. Shout out to all of them. I gave shout outs to all 9 of those spirit beings, okay, whose physical journey this lifetime ended in the Calabasas Mountains of California, okay? I mentioned all of their names, okay? 12/12. Not all who cry, Lord, Lord, believes. So all the individuals who are religious got the fish on the back of their car, okay, and got the Bible in the back of their window. Not all them motherfuckers, and in fact, most of them motherfuckers, they don't believe. Anyone who says, thank you, Jesus, they don't believe, especially once they come into the wisdom of Yeshua and Issa being their true names, Arabic and Aramaic, okay? Not all who cry, Lord, Lord, believes. So just because they go to church on Sunday, that don't mean they believe. Just because they're a minister, don't mean they believe. Okay, Creflo Dollar lied to a whole lot of people yesterday. Kenneth Copeland lied to a whole lot of people yesterday. Joyce Myers lied to a whole lot of people yesterday. T.D. Jakes lied to a whole lot of people yesterday. Okay, Divine, choke out the motherfucker who keeps sending these laughs. I know that's a karmic ass motherfucker. Divine, choke out the motherfucker who keeps laughing at the words that I'm speaking. This is your truth. Choke out the stupid ass motherfucker that keeps sending these laughs. I'm getting sick and tired of saying that shit. Okay? Witchcraft is changing your pH. Okay? We just discussed how to correct that. Thank you so much for your question. Someone playing fake shy with you, or they did. the name Elisha, Elysia, Kyra, Remy, okay? The names Bradley, Carmen, and Mateo. We looked up Carmen Electra's name for synchronicity, the being known as Carmen Electra, okay? She was born on 4/20/72. That's all fives. 4 divided by 20 is 555, 5, 55, 55, and 7 minus 2, she was born in 1972, is a 5. She's all fives. Carmen Electra. Okay? Also the name Matthew. We have the name Yolanda out here. Ooh, and look on the back. Since we're talking about it and we grown, we have celibate. Celibate, celebrity, and Cedric. Since we're talking about it, just thought I'd show you the other side of the card. Okay? Someone's best friend is sleeping with your spouse, ex-spouse, former boyfriend, former girlfriend, former fiance, whatever. Josephine and Joseph. Someone is from or in Honduras, Venezuela, or Panama. And Panama is the country, not Panama City, Florida. Okay? Honduras, Venezuela, and Panama. Marcellus, Marcy, and Maggie. Okay? New connections. Again, some of you are making new connections here. Okay? Some of you are making new connections here, and not just with me, amongst each other. Some of you are making new connections here. Chips and salsa. A warlock is behind this, whatever this is, that's been karmic going on in your life, whatever your attacks have been, your pH balance changing, a warlock is behind it. We have Caden, Amaya, and Freya. We have autumn, name or season. Confirmation, autumn, name or season. Someone could be in the Navy. Brainwashed, MK Ultra. Ian, Christian, Brooke, and Everett. Someone could be an attorney. Someone could have, again, been in the Navy. Someone's mother's name is Vanessa. Someone's mother's name is Vanessa or their spouse. Someone's mother's name is Vanessa or their spouse's name is Vanessa. We have Greece. We have Raven, Simone. For you, these could be separate names, investigators and collective. We have a Z. We have Jacqueline. We have I moved closer. I moved my family closer. Okay? To murder you and steal your money. We have a spiritual scientist. We have she is licking her bestie. We have masculine energy is needed at this time. We have Peter. We have the destruction of a once great nation. Destruction of a once great nation. The United States are the divided states. The United States are the divided states. And it's getting worse. Your last lifetime was in the 1800s. And finally, something's newsworthy, investigators, collective, upright judges. Thank you so much for all that you do, collective. My name is NEHRU, investigators. My name is NEHRU. You all already know that. I am an extraterrestrial, an earth angel and light worker, Gaia beacon, born on the 333rd day of the year. I have descended here for the 10th and final time. I'm not coming back. Okay? I have descended here for the 10th and final time for one more awakening of Gaia and one more awakening into the age of Aquarius. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in.